The process, a term used to describe a roster teardown in search of stars and building from the ground up. We've seen the positive results from the Sixers process in the NBA, but today I'm here with Evan and Jenny to discuss which team outside of the NBA needs to undergo their own process. Evan, let me start with you. Give me your baseball team that needs the process.
Well, I got to go with the team that ranks last for their minor league baseball system, and that is the Kansas City Royals. This offseason, they had some big losses in Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, and they might actually lose Mike Moustakas on top of that. This team was at their height 3 years ago.
And that's
in
my
the back-to-back
thing.
World Series.
That's my thing. Because
Back-to-back
they
World
had
Series.
back-to-back World Series, that's sort of the price of doing business when you're good. You trade away young talent so that you have good
But
talent.
they have no young talent. Their talent is young in the minor leagues with
Right,
Sauli Matias,
but can you talk
Michael Carrasco,
Can you talk about
Gigliotti.
them being a mediocre team for years and years when they were in back-to-back World Series appearances?
They weren't a mediocre
won
team for years and years. Now they're a mediocre team. Now they're a god-awful team. They aren't even
God
getting.
awful.
They are bad.
No,
they are not.
Here's the thing: when we're
good.
talking about bad teams, I said the Tampa Bay Rays.
How can you say the Tampa Bay Rays?
They traded away Evan Longoria. They haven't been in the playoffs in quite some
The
time.
Rays are playing in the hardest division
Right.
in
And
baseball, which is the AL East.
That's what makes it the perfect opportunity to
But
be
they don't
bad
need
enough.
to rebuild. The Rays have the number 6 minor league system.
But that's
Their
not
system
the point.
is known
Their
for producing
current
talent.
team is terrible, though.
Their current team is
the
not
goal
terrible.
The goal is not to create a good minor league team. The goal is to create a good major league
Which
team
they are,
that wins the World
because
Series.
their system is known to produce
Need a lot
talent
of
such
help.
as Josh Hamilton, Chris Archer,
And what has it gotten
Kevin
them?
Kiermaier,
What has it gotten
David
them?
We're gonna move
Price,
forward.
Melvin
Two
Upton Jr.
teams that need a lot of help moving forward. Jenny, give me your NHL team that needs a process.
So going on teams that have been mediocre, not good enough to win it, but not bad enough to get those top picks. The San Jose Sharks. They've got too many contributors at the wrong side of 30. Joe Thornton, Joe Pavelski, Brent Burns. These are guys who've been good for a while, but now they're just too old to say that this is a team that can go.
And I'm
going to
bring up your point that you just did in baseball. This team is second in the Pacific Division. They have a shot to make the playoffs.
But they don't have a shot to win.
They've been decent in the recent
They
years,
don't.
just like the Kansas City Royals.
Right, but they don't
But
have
you
a
know
shot
a team
to win
who
the cup.
hasn't
They have
been
not
there?
won a championship anytime recently.
But you know a team who's
And
not
that's
even
the
come
thing.
close? This team, Vice Sports quotes them as the Coyotes are the Cleveland Browns of hockey
And
with
here's the
worse
thing.
uniforms.
Here's the thing.
With worse uniforms.
The Coyotes are going through a rebuild right now. They're building that talent. They're currently trying to be bad. They are going through their process. How are they failing at rebuilding? They're one of the worst teams on purpose. They've been one of the
worst teams on purpose for the last 3 seasons.
Right, and they're still
that
getting
means
that
their
talent.
rebuilding hasn't even
obviously
worked.
not working. Something has to change. Let's move into the final league, the NFL. Evan, give me your NFL team that needs the process.
I have to go with the Seattle Seahawks.
How can you say the Seahawks?
Because
Again.
they have absolutely no offensive line to speak of. Their only prayer is Russell Wilson.
We're talking about a team that won the Super Bowl not even 4 full years ago.
Legion of Boom has become the Legion of Broken Coverage.
It doesn't matter.
They're injury prone. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner, Earl Thomas.
This is a good team.
Not a good team anymore. Since Marshawn Lynch retired, this team has gone downhill. Their defense hasn't been there. Their offensive line is nowhere to speak of.
But again, that's what happens when you're good. You don't get those top players.
But now they need to.
My team is the Jets. And this is a team that when you talk about mediocre forever, it is the New York Jets. They're the poster team.
We're not
for
talking
that.
about mediocre forever. We're talking about teams that
a mediocre
were good,
team.
now bad,
That's not what
need
the
to
process
rebuild.
is. When you talk about the Sixers, they were mediocre forever. That's the idea.
They were good back when they had Allen Iverson in the
That
early
was
2000s.
years and years ago.
All 6 need to take a lesson from the 76ers and trust the process. But that is all we have from our rebuilding process. Don't go anywhere because Thomas will be doing his best 40 time to bring you the NFL Combine.